This is your announcer, Shannon Saint Mainframe, welcoming you to our IP Livecast. Yesterday, Rob's area of Brooklyn got really flooded. You may have seen it on the news. Rob was so sad about not being able to swim in the ocean, that the ocean came to him. But, with extra poop particles. Our IP Livecast starts now.
Live from Atlantis, it's RIP Livecast.
Always so tempted to go swimming in the floodwater, but no bueno.
I don't believe.
I mean, I'm not. It's true. I'm not. It's too disgusting, but I want to.
Like you have that instinct when you see the water outside.
Yeah,
your
yeah.
crib. You want to
just to do a little floating on my back, you know. But
you just love the water.
I love the water. I'm a fish, but it's the city's too dirty. Welcome to RIP Livecast. We're all fine. None of us are underwater. We all live above sea level.
It's true.
So we're fine.
Man, where I used to live when I was married, bro. We were like in half a basement and like, you know, a few blocks from the beach. So
yeah, that
could have been.
Did you get flooding sometimes?
Here's the thing. So I moved in there in 2015, early 2015, and the whole from 2012 to right before we moved in, they were renovating it. It's because of Hurricane Sandy. So as I was still first dating my ex-wife, one of the first, like within the first year, we were there in the basement, like moving concrete bricks out, and like they were just digging up the ground because it was flooded up to the ceiling. The apartment that we lived in,
oh my God,
was wound up living in was flooded up to the ceiling.
So that would have been a literal death trap.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't happen overnight, so it was like an accumulation. So we would have had time to get out, you know, but it would have ruined everything that was down there. There was no one living there at the time.
Lucky.
Yeah, but the whole thing was saved and converted for us to move into. So yeah, it would have been completely underwater.
Yikes. Yeah. I am grateful to be on the 5th floor.
Yep.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Previously, I lived in a basement as well. I can only imagine how unbearable that must be. I can't. I just don't want to deal with it. But guess what, America? This is our future.
It's our present.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's only getting worse from here. and what I love about catastrophic events like this is all it does is it exposes how terrible, at least here in New York, our infrastructure is.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have to say, you know, we're all making like our light of this, but you know, we're gonna have to move at some point. I mean, New York is. We're all essentially on islands. This is just a series of islands.
Yeah. And
there's going to be, at some point in the future, no more New York, unless there's some scientific innovation that can lift the whole city up onto stilts. I mean, we've passed the whole, like, point of no return.
Absolutely.
There's no way to do it.
That's a bummer.
I agree. And to think about, like, a few months ago, we were just inhaling here in New York awful air from wildfires in Canada. And now there's flooding. This is like, wasn't this stuff in the Bible? Is it going to start raining frogs soon? Fellas, what's going on?
I'm okay with frog rain. That's at least fun.
You're okay with frog raw?
No,
not
anymore.
Okay with it anymore.
I can't have organ meats anymore.
Oh,
it's forbidden. But no, I'm never outside anyway. It's not like a frog's going to hit me in the head. What do I care? Let him rain. Let him rain down frogs.
Reading with a deep reference. Oh, so wet today.
Yeah.
Today actually not that wet. Yesterday.
Today's wet. Pretty wet. I don't know if you haven't been outside, Sid. I have.
Correct. It's not raining though, is it?
It was raining. It was raining. Not as bad as yesterday.
I definitely heard it. I only woke up a few minutes before we started, but I mean, I heard it. It was already pounding on the window.
Yeah, it's definitely raining. Chris, on Facebook tells us a great watch while I lay some chocolate sausages. We hope your poop is smooth and plentiful, Chris.
I can't say as I've ever heard that metaphor for duty.
Chocolate sausages. It seems very obvious, but yeah, I can't think of a time I've heard it stated that way.
It's a very nice turn of phrase. I may steal that. That's very nice.
Should chocolate sausages be the episode title?
I mean, until we get something less disgusting,
right.
Sure.
What? Or you mean more disgusting? What show is this?
Well, I feel like the content of the show is disgusting, but our show titles are more innuendo like.
Okay. Fair. It's a little too on the nose.
Or on the bowl.
It is funny. Last week we were just talking about local politics here in New York City with our disappointing mayor Eric Adams, and
would we call him disappointing? None of us expected him to be good. We all thought
I guess. Can I address that? I knew he'd be terrible, but he's surpassing my expectations.
Yes, right, I feel the same way. Like I knew it was going to be bad, but it's bad in ways I couldn't have even anticipated. And we joke, but I'm surprised he really wasn't out there swimming and just being like, folks, you just got to make the best of the situation.
Yeah.
It's New York City, baby. Let's party. Yeah. But it's just funny how last week we were mocking him about how the subway system is completely broken down, and his big idea to fix it is investing in these R2-D2 like robot cops to throw in the stations. And then yesterday there's all this footage showing up of just water blasting through the walls of the subway station. Not even the staircases, the walls. It looked like...
But also the staircases.
Also the staircases, yes.
Literally any place it could come through.
The wall looked like a shower at like a fancy sauna, except it's fucking New York dirt water and you're trying to get your ass to work. Let me grab some videos while you guys...
And to be fair to the subway system, I mean that water in the sauna is probably not all that clean either.
That's true. At least everybody.
No, it's filtered. At least it's filtered.
I was going to say at least everybody on the subway platform is dressed, but that's not a guarantee. So.
And also, if you're in the sauna, you want them undressed. Like it's fine.
Well,
yeah, it's better to be undressed because then there's less chance of catching bacteria.
Think so? Oh, you want them dressed?
The bacteria's undressed. The bacteria's on the clothes.
I feel like you'd be shielded though from the bacteria.
They shower first.
On.
Oh,
you ain't showering out the smegma.
That's true.
Get right on.
Probably should go to a sauna if you have smegma.
I was gonna say, there's our show title: showering off the smegma.
So here's what I'm talking about. This is insane.
It's like 18 fountains just spraying water, and all right, now I've flooded subway tracks. Yeah,
it's like the front of the Bellagio.
This is why this is the town stop.
I love the person just on the train chilling.
Well, they're not being hit with it. They're not being hit with it. What's happening is the water is coming from the ceiling of the train platform, and it's hitting the top of the train and trickling down into the subway.
The part where she's sitting, though, even though it looks like she's getting rained on, is dry. Like she's
exactly.
So is she just covered up for the rain, or is she a Muslim? Is that like a traditional garb?
No, it just looks like a hoodie. Yeah, no, I don't think. And then there was also like some buses but yeah, this is just the worst with the flooded walls with the shower.
That is
well, this looks like
weird.
This would be a great shower. Like if it was a shower,
no,
it'd be a nice massage on the back.
No,
just such a dystopian. These images are like really like a disaster movie.
Yes.
Is that a MetroCard machine somehow hemorrhaging water?
I think it's landing
it's
on
the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, it's from the wall up here.
But still, that would be a great. It's just the machine with no water in it just decides to start spewing water. That's fantastic.
This is the one. Like you can't. Even the buses weren't safe.
Jesus Christ.
Which is just like these people are.
At this point?
It's getting worse.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
and this is as the bus is driving down the block. Holy shit!
Right, because the block itself is flooded.
Right.
So the water on the block is like 4 or 5 inches off the ground, and these buses are very low. to assist old people with getting on.
Well, they have like hydraulics, so they can lower themselves, but can't they then also like raise up a little bit?
I feel like they start pretty low anyway, and then go lower.
Yeah, the newer ones are even lower than the traditional ones.
Jesus Christ.
Poor people have to lift their feet off the ground of the bus.
Yeah.
Standing in water.
I felt so bad for people that had to commute to work yesterday. Yesterday was
Well,
one of those days.
I would have been one of those people, but they canceled everything that I had to do, luckily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of them not till the last minute, by the way. I thought I was going to have to go all the way to Greenpoint. And I was like, what am I going to fucking do? Like, no roads are open. I can't take public transport. Like, what am I going to do?
Get a
chopper?
chopper?
Then, I was literally dressed and out the door, and the guy was like, no, canceled.
Yeah.
And what was that to be at? What was
You're
the
gonna laugh? That was outdoor beach volleyball.
No, so I mean, how is
so
that
important? We got to
happen?
wait till the last second to make sure.
Let me tell you, I have so many stories of this league not canceling. I had one gig that was 5 games once. I remember that because it was 2015. It was one of the days that the Mets were in the World Series.
Oh.
And I was missing the game for this. I went there. I went to like Pier 25 somewhere in Manhattan down there. And it was sheets of rain, Noah's Ark. And I get no text or anything. So I'm like, I just go. I just went. And I go out to the like the area where they're supposed to play beach volleyball. This poor schlub, who's like the host, is sitting there getting rained on with a tiny umbrella that's not doing anything. And I said, "What's going on?" He's like, "Nobody's here." I was like, "Yeah, well, why would they come?" He's like, "All right." He said, he's a nice guy. He said, "Here's my number. Go sit in the car, and I'll text you when the rains, when the people, if you're needed, if we actually have a game, some of these insane people actually show up." Then we'll start and I'll text you and you come out. Okay. Sat there, listened to the Mets game. 45 minutes pass. It's time for game 2. He texts me. Nobody's here. Keep sitting there. I listened to the whole World Series game in the car with the rain beating down. And then finally 5 games passed and he's just like, go home, bro. Nice talking to you.
Did you get paid for it at least?
Get paid? Sure.
Okay.
If they don't cancel, I get paid. If they do cancel, I get half of everything that I'm owed.
All right. So then that's okay then. Because if he was just keeping you on retainer, like, just sit here and wait and you still might get jack shit. That's
easiest money ever made.
Okay.
Listen to a Mets game and just hanging out.
That's okay then.
That's all. At forfeit, they always pay. If they cancel after you've left or within some reasonable amount of time, you get half pay. If you cancel before that window, you stay home and don't get shit.
All right, that's fair.
That's the standard rules of officiating.
Yeah, well, not a pleasant time, and things are only going to get worse, so that's lovely.
Cool.
So we have that to look forward to.
Thanks.
Yeah, but seriously, I mean, we mentioned this before, but we are going to have to move. Start thinking of what city you want to live in, like in Kansas, or I'm partial to Las Vegas, obviously.
I'm a property owner now. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, I don't have to move. Like the floods will happen. I'll be up here.
You'll be up there, but you'll never be able to leave your house or go to the grocery store. There will be no grocery stores anymore. And I got news for you. New York is going to reach whatever floor you're on, by the way.
God damn it.
The water level, I mean.
Well, Sid's higher up than I am, so Sid,
but I still have to somehow get out of the building. If it's just water.
You think Amazon is going to do the drone deliveries just to the roof now?
My window.
Well, maybe it'll be like Venice. Everyone has like a little
gondola.
You guys are so rosy about global warming. This is really uplifting. I'm enjoying this.
I mean, it's happening. Our government is not doing anything to stop it.
I just never knew
start looking at the bright side.
I never knew you loved New York so much that you'd stay here through a climate catastrophe.
Listen, Darren, it's the greatest city in the world, even though it just don't feel the same.
It's so much moister.
Pretty
I miss
soon
the
we
dry
will
New
say
York.
I missed the exactly.
I missed the old New York where there were streets.
Yeah. You got stabbed in them, but at least we had them.
Someone in the Discord. The tallest buildings in the world, but now they're all underwater. I miss the dry New York.
Yeah, actually, somebody best data matrix. messaged me yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
He wrote, "Anything happens in New York, the first thing I think of is Rob Paspani." That's me.
No,
And
that's
what was that, Darren?
not us, of course.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I like Rob did include our statuses
Yeah,
in his
Rob
reply
did.
because the data matrix couldn't give a fuck.
Rob, you good? Tell me you good. That flood shit looks awful. I'm good.
There weren't any casualties, right?
No,
That I've heard of. Okay, so I
there was
don't know
only
why.
a few out. I mean, maybe some cars. We saw some cars floating
probably some
around that were
cars, yeah.
parked on the avenue. So after I told Data Matrix that I'm good, he replied, "Thank you, Rob, aka King of New York."
What?
Tell-
Wait, when was this coronation that I missed?
Data Matrix just coronated.
He's the
me.
top.
Look. He continues, "Tallest buildings in the world, but they're drowning in the rain. Try not to swallow any of the ratchet water. I miss the old New York."
Yeah, that's good.
Same.
Record that shit.
I did feel very bad for my dog, having to take my dog out while the flood
Oh my
was
god, how
happening.
did that go? Was there flooding on your block?
Well, I live, like, my block is, on an angle. It's on a slope. And so
Just like
the
other
water-
parts of your body. No.
the water was going downhill, but there was so much of it that to even cross the street, there's like a lot of water there. I mean, even on the actual street, was filled with water. Like there was just no escaping it. Even though it was less than an inch, but for her that's a lot. She's only
Just
like
like other
a few
parts
inches
of
off the
your
ground.
Sorry.
Leave my body out of this, Darren.
Sorry, Rob.
But Darren, I don't know why the resentment. Like, I'm not the one to be mad at here. It's Data Matrix that you should
I'm not.
direct your ire to.
I'm perfectly happy and dry, by the way. I, in fact, not from even being on the 5th floor. Like, really, the ground floor is nowhere near. I didn't have any of this phenomenon anywhere near me. It was just a couple of puddles by the side of the curb, and that's it. Like, it wasn't. I'm so inland.
Yeah.
I'm like the most inland you can be in Brooklyn.
Right. Yeah, there is a canal here that overflowed. I think that's all that stuff you saw on the news was about let's say like a mile away from me, because there's a canal, it overflowed, and then also the sewers overflowed. That's what's scary is even the when the system in place for hundreds of years cannot even contain.
Well, that's the thing. That's the problem, that it's been in place for hundreds of years. Like, update that shit.
Well, we're spending $720 quadrillion on very important things like cops being wrongfully sued for wrongful incarceration and murders.
Yeah, that's true.
So we have to. Do you want no cops, Sid? Is that what you're suggesting?
Sure.
And
Give it a try.
People could be dry, but we have no cops. Is that what you want?
Use them as sandbags to block off the water. Just lay down. Stack yourselves.
Maybe we could have sent those cops out to like dig out the sewer holes that were, ravaged with litter.
Sewer hole,
them.
isn't that one of your favorite bars, Rob? The sewer hole?
No, just the hole.
Oh, wow.
Just the hole is the name of the bar.
He doesn't like themes in his gay bars. Come on. It's tacky. Just let's get to the point.
Just traditional ones like Eagle, the Eagle.
You like MAGA gay bars? You like Eagle and Patriot and stuff like that?
I don't know if a Patriot.
Stormfront.
The Eagle. The Eagle is the furthest thing from a MAGA bar. The Eagle is a leather bar. If you go to an Eagle, it is not. That is leather and like the traditional Tom of Finland-esque type stuff.
I see. I'm sure there's some MAGAs in there. Trust me.
Oh, sure, of course.
But let me ask you. So the
Why
way
not?
you phrased that, it got me curious. Now you said an Eagle. So is this like this is not a chain of bars. This is like a type of bar. It's called it's known in the community. A type.
Yeah,
of bar.
Exactly.
I never knew this. So
it's a very stereotypical name. It's a very stereotypical name for a leather bar.
So it's a code, so you know what type of bar you're going to.
Yeah, I mean, they're not all named the Eagle. Like some of them have other names, but usually one word.
I see.
But yeah,
this is all very confusing.
Why
Well,
eagle?
It's not your culture. I don't
Where
know.
does it derive
I know
from?
it's not. I want to learn.
No, I don't. I have no idea why the eagle, but that's just how it is. There's
'Cause of
one here.
spread
There's
eagle?
one in L.A.
Eagles love wearing leather.
I think
don't
it's
know
more
if
of
you
just
know
like a powerful bird. You know, it's our nation's most proudest bird. So
Most proudest bird is the episode title.
this. Sure, I'm with that. That's
as it
great.
was the least proudest. You don't wanna
Most
be the
proudest bird laying a chocolate sausage. What was the other? There was a third one. I can't remember now.
Washing the smegma,
Oh, washing
showering off the
spouse
smegma.
after eating a chocolate sausage.
Oh man, no.
Most proudest.
Deuterino asks, "Are you planning on moving 3D?"
I mean, if I see the climate catastrophe reaches my door or is in danger of doing so, then absolutely I'm planning.
Well,
I will bail on this city so fucking fast. I love New
It's
York.
on your time. You're allowed.
I'm being theatrical here. I love New York. I really do. For all its ups and downs. I love New York. But it's gonna be underwater. Like there's gotta be some plans undertaken here.
at the very least, 3D is at least 4 months away from moving because you still can't get on a plane, right?
Right.
I guess.
Oh,
Well, I could try. Anything. I could take an Amtrak, it's fine. Better than
Camper
dying.
You're willing to take an Amtrak. Amtrak was not part of your premonition.
No. My premonition was very specific, so I'm adhering to that. Look, if it
Understood.
really meant the difference between me living or dying underwater, I'll take my chances on the plane if that was my option.
You think Vegas? But like, is Vegas really that safe? It's a desert. There's drought. How would
I don't know
resources
that
get
it's
there?
safe. I just know it wouldn't be underwater. That would
Yeah.
be my first priority. It wouldn't be anywhere near water. Hopefully they have running water.
Well, it's funny because wasn't there, in near Reno or whatever, there was that flood for that ruined Burning Man.
Oh, really?
So
I
even
don't
the
know.
desert isn't safe. Yeah, a few weeks ago there was heavy rains in the desert.
Well, look,
And-
in some sense, this is all rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, there's nowhere to hide. The whole planet is fucked.
The planet is fucked. Unless, like I said, there's some great scientific innovation in the next 30 years that figures out how to reverse this in a way that we haven't foreseen. But every scientist says we're fucked. We have, like 10 years ago, passed the chance to have not been fucked. And now it's just to what degree will we be fucked?
Yeah, and in a way, when stuff like this happens, the bright side of it is like, oh, at least I didn't bring any children into this world because their lives are going to be so much worse than
true.
my life.
true.
Like we're halfway out the door.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
We'll be dead. Well, we won't be fine. We'll just be dead.
We'll be
Of
fine.
natural causes
which is
before
fine.
we drown.
It's fine. Yeah, we'd have lived a full life. We had experienced all 3 seasons of Reservation Dogs. We'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
We won't get radiation sickness from a stroll in the sun. Like our
Yeah.
children will.
We were able to actually go to the beach, swim in the water. Although even that is, I feel like, a few years away from being gone now. I saw there was a study that now they have found that there's microplastics in clouds, which is exciting. Now it's like, oh, there's all these different ways to get poisoning and die. It's
Yeah.
just
I'm
great.
not in the
We've ruined
clouds.
the planet.
Good. Stay
Yeah, but
out.
there's rain in the clouds, and the rain goes in the ocean, and then the water in the ocean is the fishes, and then there's plastic in the fishes, and then you eat the fishes, and then there's plastic in you. It's
Well, microplastics are sort of, not that they didn't exist before, but I think the study of them is sort of evolving because I think only recently they discovered, like, when plastic even comes in contact with even the slightest warmth, it leaches the chemicals leach onto. So if you put hot food into plastic, the plastic will just melt a little bit and shed some of its toxic chemicals that are in the plastic. So then you're eating that shit all the time if you've put hot food into a Tupperware or something. So I'm sure it's the same thing. Like little pieces of the plastic evaporate into the sky, which is a
Does
new
the same
thing.
thing happen if you put a dildo into a warm body hole?
How could it not? I don't know that would hurt your body if it's going in the anus, though. It might, like.
but also like how warm your body has to be, like overheating.
Isn't
I
your
think.
anus pretty warm?
Well, I think it's I read.
Well,
It's like
I don't know.
It's
I've
like
never.
a Tool song all about it.
I don't want to give the wrong number, but I think it's definitely in the 3 digits where the leaching happens. It might be like 111 degrees.
Well,
or something
body
like
temperature is right around there. So the butthole, if it's a little bit warmer than the rest of the body, then that might be. That's where all that ass cancer is coming from. It's them fucking dildos.
There you go. If your partner has the flu, use a organic dildo.
You use wooden dildos.
Yeah, we need
Shut that
vegan dildos.
Splinters are much more manageable than microplastic.
Well, plastic is vegan, so
Is
it's
it?
not-
Damn it.
Well,
not an
unless
animal
it's some kind of special plastic with animal fat in it or something.
Maybe that's actually better.
Yeah.
A dildo just made out of like
Big
hog
fat-
skin.
Yeah.
leather
Use carnivore-
dildos. I don't know
carnivore
about that.
dildo.
Repurpose leather jackets into dildos. That's what we need to do.
Just ball them up.
Yeah.
Right. 'Cause
Roll
that's-
them
Ball
into
'em
a
up.
tube.
Ball them up and ball them up.
Oh my god. That's a new company we could start.
Ball them up is the name of the company.
Just use some of that boy butter, get it right in you.
Boy butter. Has
It
any
was-
gay
Not a fan.
person ever said boy butter?
It's
that
a
yeah, it's a
product.
lube.
Oh,
I
that's
saw a
not-
commercial for it during the Mets game the other night.
I thought you
Really?
would-
Yes.
Oh, no way.
Wow.
Yes,
They're really
on
expanding their
SNY.
marketing.
On the Mets channel, or you were scrolling through your phone during the
No,
Mets?
SNY.
Wow, really?
It might have been during the pregame and not the actual game, but it was definitely on SNY. I saw a commercial for boy butter.
What is that channel doing?
Just two jacked, hairy dudes swimming in a pool, caressing each other, and then each other's udders, and then boybutter.com.
Okay.
And then back to talking about the Mets offseason.
Love it.
Oh, I see. Here's the commercial. Let's.
Were you acting
This
like
is-
you've never seen this commercial before, Rob?
I haven't. I don't have cable.
Part of the focus group.
Oh, listen to you. I don't have cable. Better
That's
than
not,
me?
how is that a? Yes, I'm better than you for being for not wanting to blow money on something I wouldn't use.
Still sounds like you're saying you're better than me. I'm just saying.
Here we go. Here it is. This right? Well, this is one of them.
Yeah, I think this. Well, I think this is it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Very
This is it,
erotic.
yes.
This is on YouTube. Yeah, it's like suggestive to the point of not being explicit.
Yeah. They're not showing pain or anything, but it's like erotic images and romantic more than anything.
Almost a kiss, not quite.
I do. I kind of admire that they don't even tell you what the product is here.
Now-
It's just lube.
You're so enthralled by these gorgeous men, you will go investigate boy butter.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like the branding is misleading because there's nothing boy about this commercial. These are two
Yes.
men in the truest sense.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh,
This is-
see, so these are only local ads. Boy Butter debuts its latest love story, showcasing two gorgeous men in a Mediterranean setting, airing MTV Friday, January 6th.
Oh
No!
no!
I did that on purpose. They had to. This is our FBO.
Well,
Storm that
from,
dude's
from-
butthole.
Okay, these are only local ads, so they took it out with the cable station: New York City, New Jersey, Chicago, LA, and nationwide in Canada.
Mm.
So it's not a national ad, but I guess
Okay.
SNY is a local station, right? And that's
Yeah,
not a
sure.
national station anyway.
I mean,
These are the ones that I remember from Drag
much
Race.
different ad.
Yeah.
I think it needs to be renamed Man Marmalade.
This is like a Monster Energy drink commercial in tone, but it's just got a gay guy like churning butter.
Churning butter, yeah.
Like the way it's shot with the camera angles and everything. The other one was like 80s cologne ad.
Yeah, so here's the one in between. Boy Butter in Malibu. Let's see.
I bet it's in between.
This this looks like a Chris Isaacs music video.
Yeah, exactly right.
But with only men.
It means expressing myself authentically
Oh, there's
Oh,
a
there's
video.
voiceover.
Very nice voice.
and loving
But he's so
however I
annoying.
choose.
I love that the guy has a cross tattoo on his neck.
Oh, there's different products now with boy butter. They have a silicone lube. Oh, that changes things.
I feel like this is what was that related
Boy
video
butter?
I just saw?
Oh, this is a water one. A water.
Was that a
Sorry.
parody that we just saw? Go to the end where it gives you a related video. What is that? That's a boy butter? That must be a
Yeah.
parody of a boy
Head
butter.
of Lettuce is no, it's an official ad.
It's a
Head
real
of
one,
Lettuce is a drag queen. Yes.
Hi, I'm Dr. Hedda Lettuce.
but it's a
Here
joke
at the
one.
Boy Butter Institute in beautiful downtown Valencia, California. Often people stop me on the street and they say, Dr. Lettuce, my old lube is sticky.
How old is this
stains and
commercial? This
sticky.
looks like it's from
Makes
like
the
the
2009.
early 90s.
Like a Dr.
At
Zizmore
which
commercial.
point, I
Yeah.
pull out a sample of boy butter and tell them, you never have to suffer from poor lubrication ever again.
Is this what you use, Rob?
Boy Butter
No.
Institute, we've been
What
fighting
brand? Do you have like a
since
specific brand?
2003.
I do. Swiss Navy is my brand.
Swiss Navy. Why Swiss Navy?
Is it endorsed by the Swiss Navy or do they back away from
I
it?
sure hope so. It's the best one.
Because the,
I've
the
used boy
Swiss
butter. I
have a
don't like
Navy.
it. I don't like the. It's too sticky. Swiss Navy just feels like what you assume lube is.
What
and
butt
it-
should feel like, but you use it if it's absent.
Mommy.
right.
I got you.
And it like lasts. It doesn't evaporate quickly.
Now,
But
this,
while still eventually evaporating, so it's not too messy.
I got two questions about Dr. Hedda Lettuce. So, is her gimmick to be a doctor, or is it like
No.
she's just Hedda Lettuce and in this commercial she's a doctor? Okay.
Yes.
Second thing, it's just, but this reminds me of the female Cabbage Head
Yes.
from
Yes.
from the Kids in the Hall.
Might be inspired. But yeah, Swiss Navy is the brand. I've tried many. I've tried gun oil. Trying to
Gun
remember
oil.
some
These
other-
all have such violent name. Why is that? The army.
Yeah, and the gun oil one is shaped like a bullet. It's so silly.
It's so odd. This is a loving moment you want to share with your partner.
I guess not for
Well,
everybody.
I mean, I guess the idea is to emulate over masculine. Like, look at the
Right.
packaging.
Well, Sid made a good
Yeah.
point. Not for everybody, but still, at the same point, this is a corporate branding. Wouldn't you want to scare
Yeah.
off the people who just want to have like a nice, quiet evening at home, like some 55-year-old gay couple that just want to nuzzle and have a little sex?
Well, by then, this is the branding that oh wait, did it open in a new window? Wait, yeah. Simple branding, good classic.
Now I see. Now hold on a second. So I see silicone lubricant, and I'm
Mhm.
ignorant of this. Clearly, does that
Yes, there's
that sounds
also
like
water
a
based.
that sounds like a dangerous chemical? Isn't that what leaks in the women's breast implants and,
Yeah,
and
right.
hurts their bodies? Why would you want that in your butthole?
Shoving it up your lover's orifice.
It's nice. Feels nice.
So
It's
what?
good
So
it's good for friction.
But being
But
serious for a
that's-
second.
Yeah, you're
that's
not
the,
answering
like,
Darren's question.
you're risking like toxins because that's the best substance to use. Is that what you're saying?
I don't think there's really that much of a risk. It's fine.
Okay.
It's not the same. It's not
Not
like
my
it's
ass.
not. I don't even think there's that much being used where it's a problem. And
Doesn't
it's a
seem like
different
there's that-
silicone than the. No, it's fine.
Okay.
I-
All right. Okay. I'll take
It
your
seems
word
weird
for
to me though, because you think one breast
Why would-
implant
Yeah.
inside of your body, if it leaks, can give you
But it's
cancer.
a different. I think it's a
But
different.
like years and years of putting silicone lube up your ass has to be at least as much silicone, right? What's the difference?
Is there a rise in ass cancer among gay men because they're maybe or women who do anal? Let's be fair. I mean, maybe it may be on the. We may have discovered this. This is like the RIP Livecast Journal of Medicine. We may have saved lives here today.
Let's see. A quick Google only is showing risks of lubricants for vaginas. That's not fun.
Yeah. Well, maybe
Homophobic
that's.
Google.
I was gonna say maybe it's bias.
Yeah.
It's name substance going in the vagina.
All anuses matter. Right, Rob?
Is that true?
You get
I
that
don't know.
thin brown line flag?
Vagina.
May not be true. I don't know.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
They don't.
It's
They
fine.
don't
It's
know.
fine.
They don't matter to Rob until after he's done with it.
My hope now is that this conversation Sparks, like Rob, every time he uses this lube now, he's got a little piece of his brain that's like, you're giving your partner cancer.
Well,
I hope
I'm
it
putting
feels
it on.
good. Hope
I'm
it's
putting it
worth
on
it.
my dick too. So,
But you're not putting it in your dick hole.
But you would think some of it would just naturally get in there. No,
I don't know. I don't know how wide or narrow.
should I
your
put
dick
it in
hole
my dick?
is. Get like a funnel tube and just pour the whole thing in there. Right now, do it, Rob. We'll wait. No.
But also, though, I think the risk is with the silicone getting into the bloodstream. I don't think it's that, like, there's that risk of putting it in your on your butthole or in your butthole. You know, unless there's a severe cut in there, and you're.
But
putting
I
a ton
feel
of
like,
lube
yeah,
in.
if it goes up your butt, that is very similar to bloodstream.
That can be absorption, like
The skin is
uptake.
very thin there.
But it's different. It's a different, and it's not as much. I think.
Why are you defending the silicone lube industry, Rob?
Yeah, this
Because
is
I'm
all
a
very
I'm a regular user of it.
So that's just in that,
And I'm a
like,
big fan of
see
it.
no evil, hear no evil. Like, you kind
No,
of.
but what evidence do you have that it is risky other than your own speculation?
That's true. Because I know silicone hurts people in other contexts.
But silicone is used in multitudes of ways. We drink out of silicone cups.
I don't.
Ever?
I think that's bad too, honestly.
Mhm.
I've been trying to avoid, like I was talking about the leaching before, I've been trying to avoid using plastic containers for things. And when I do, I make sure the food is cold when I put it in there. So that process doesn't happen. But anyway.
But then what do you microwave something in?
I haven't been using the microwave, but I'll use microwave safe bowls, like ceramic bowls. I just got a whole set of ceramic stuff, actually, from Home Goods.
Oh, nice.
Big fan of Home Goods.
Not just for microwaving. I mean, I don't microwave very often. Like, it's got to
Show
be
us your
well.
ceramic collection. Darren.
Yeah,
Grab the
Rob, you
webcam.
pour the
Let's-
lube in
let's
your
get a
dick hole.
tour.
Darren, you go get the ceramics.
I'm not wearing pants, unfortunately.
Oh, so maybe you got to put the lube in your dick hole.
I don't want to
What?
stand
You
up
go
at the
get
moment.
Darren ceramics.
I'll show you off
Darren,
camera.
whip out your silicone lube.
Can you buy me dinner first, please?
I like keeping a tight asshole.
It's true. I like having and keeping one, both.
Yeah, it's true.
My ass is gorgeous.
It's also true.
You don't lie on these drops. There's another
Play
one.
the Hitler
No,
one.
Sid didn't eat my asshole.
Oh,
Very true.
Unfortunately.
play the Hitler one, Darren. See if he's lying about that or the Jose
Oh wait,
one.
no.
I was getting to that joke. but-
But what about all the good things Hitler did?
Well, what about him?
Am I allowed to play the Jose one at this point? I don't
No,
know. Okay.
no.
That's two. You can play it.
You know what's bullshit? Jose Mangan.
Oh wait.
That was me, though. So that's not Rob saying it.
Okay. Well, Vince Steele. Let's talk about Vince Steele here. I got the story up. There was a shooting at a Vince Steele concert. Someone was
What?
so annoyed with Vince Steele.
They shot the speakers out?
Shot the
Is he okay? Oh, it's the speaker. All right.
Oh man! Finally, it's happened. So it's Vince Steele's taking things too far.
It's only logical.
Someone had to whip out a gun to shut him up. No, we only joke because everyone is okay. I mean, if this was a
They should
tragedy.
have shot the karaoke machine using the song that he's lip syncing.
Is this a false flag? Does he just have somebody there to like shoot a gun in the air if he's like ready to end the set early? He's, like, fired. He has like some kind of signal and the guy just shoots blanks.
Breaking news. News 10 Oklahoma. The 7th consecutive school shooting at a Motley Crue concert. Cuts another show short.
So it was his solo band at the
Well,
Oklahoma State Fair. That's where you can go see Vince Steele nowadays, at the Oklahoma State Fair, because the man just loves performing. He will
No.
never turn down an opportunity to perform.
He'll never turn down money.
Uh,
You don't have to perform. It could be on a Zamboni. It's fine.
Neil wrote on Twitter, at a concert in Oklahoma City, crazy night last night, 3/4 of the way through, people started running. We were told, get in the dressing room. There were shooters shooting people.
That's what shooters do. Yes.
Shooter shoot.
Correct.
Thank you, fans, for your understanding. I mean, I would hope they would understand. Like, hey, the show can't go on. We're getting shot at.
Did anybody actually get hit? Did anybody die? Like,
shooting happened shortly before 9 p.m. when two groups got into an altercation during which a person pulled out a gun and shot someone. The victim was taken to an area hospital in critical condition. Suspect was arrested on assault with a deadly weapon.
Now, see, normally I might say Motley Crue fan, you know, not losing the next Nobel Prize winner here, but it's a state fair, so they may have just wandered over to watch the show, right?
Or just been in the vicinity, but not actually watching the show at all. Right?
Yes. According to the lieutenant, this was a group of two juveniles.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they don't know
what the fuck are these kids doing with guns?
Now it's become a sad story.
There was another incident with another person that fired some rounds off into the air, as one is wont to do in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
We did get two people in custody. We're trying to determine the involvement. It's believed one of those is the shooter and the suspect in this incident.
Then who's the other one? Why'd you arrest two people? I'm confused.
One of them is the shooter and one of them is the suspect. They don't know which is which. Well, who's got the bullet in their stomach, right?
No, one of those is the shooter and is the suspect.
Oh, okay.
But then who's the second person you arrested? Why'd you arrest them? Just for fun?
Just for being at liking Motley Crue.
Whoever they arrested, whoever booked the show. Never again.
Yeah. They double arrested the shooter because he missed Vince Neil. You're gonna
Nick Mars.
Yeah. You're gonna shoot anyway.
Good turnout. Oh, there's some.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an emergency. Please stand by.
Yeah, I love that he's cowering behind some gigantic speaker or something, making an announcement.
Here's before the show.
We might see the actual note he doesn't hit, and that caused him to point to his shooter in the audience.
You know what's the saddest thing about this?
What's that?
The shooting victim, Dimebag Darrell.
Oh no! The bullet went back in time 20 years. That's crazy.
Come on!
I'm on my way. All right, point to that guy. Okay, shoot now. I'm done, man.
Oh my god. Is that Yingwei?
He wishes.
I don't know. Maybe he's on their tour or something. It looked like him.
Yingwei's like 40 pounds heavier than that guy.
Oh.
Ciao, mama, never. They don't even need those smoke machines. It's just all his farts now. This is nacho farts.
I thought you were going to say Gunsmoke.
Oh, that's true. This was pre-gunfire. So.
Wait,
but that might give him an idea, though.
Yeah.
Let's hear his attempt at that shot.
Oh, dear. Rob, are you playing this at like half speed?
Oh, I didn't know that was on the tape. Shout! Out of the devil!
Police trying to apprehend. Oh wow, there's a chase of them trying to get the.
Oh, look at that.
The shooter.
He ran into the Ferris wheel.
Deuterino and Quickman comment at the same time. Shoot at the devil, shot at the devil. Yes.
And it's perfect because you can't really tell what Vince Neil's saying. So.
Yeah. The person might not have
continue-
even been intending to shoot anybody and just thought the song was a call to action.
Oh, right.
That's a good point.
Now Vince Neil's mumble mouth nature is costing lives.
He instigated. It's fucked up.
No, I said shout it. I said shoot at the devil. That's what we heard. Shoot at the devil. No, shoot at the devil. Shoot my
Continue to follow
developing
news this
Oh, it's
morning
Coco
after one
News.
person was shot at the Oklahoma
favorite
State Fair
flavor of
last
news.
night.
Yeah, that's right. We do know police took 2 people into custody
Is that
last
Kyle
night. Crews
Rittenhouse?
on the scene following along with this
He's
story
a
as it
fucking
unfolded.
newsman.
Both
Yeah,
of these
alright.
people look like just out of college. They
Yes,
look like
yes.
25 years old.
It's like the Brooklyn College TV journalism crew. Remember that kid who did the sports thing? Boom goes the dynamite. Remember
Yes.
that viral clip? That's
Yeah.
what this guy looks like.
Yeah.
People into custody last night. Crews on the scene following along with
Wow.
this story as it
This is
unfolded.
like the
Several
4 a.m.
people
news.
scattered throughout the fairgrounds trying to escape the chaos. We spoke to witnesses who described that scary scene last night.
We're about to go get some, what are those called? Fried Oreos.
Not necessary detail.
Are you
So then I start running, and this one's like, it's okay. I was like, no, we gotta go.
Very nonchalant.
Scattering,
about this.
running. They're shooting. Kids crying around the shots. It was crazy.
We heard it. We were in the building, but we couldn't tell what it really
His
was.
eyebrows.
Couldn't tell you, but we're all ran and we're all out. That's all that matters. Never will come back, though.
Damn.
Well, you're probably safe for now. You've had your 1 in a million chance of running into a shooter. Next one's odds are you're not going to see one.
No,
again.
we're never. Vince Neil is the talent they book. I'm never coming back.
That's what it
Shooting,
is.
whatever.
This misleading editing. They asked her
Yeah.
about whether you'd ever come back to a Motley Crue Vince Neil show, and then it made it look like she was talking about shootings.
Here's the police chief with the details on the shooting.
A nice bun you got there.
Before 9 o'clock
Very tight.
p.m. here at the State Fair, there was a altercation that occurred in the Bennett Event Center between 2 groups of people. During that altercation, one person pulled out a gun or produced a gun and fired a shot at another person. At the time, there's 1 shooting victim that was transported to a local hospital in critical condition. There were a few other people that were reported with injuries, probably due to the chaos and the crowd leaving the fair as quickly as possible. We did get 2 people into custody right now that we're trying to determine their involvement. It is believed one of those is the shooter and is the suspect in this incident.
There you go.
Again,
There was a individual leaving the
We're
scene
still
on
trying
a
to
Zamboni
determine
with
exactly what
electrodes
happened.
taped
Again,
to
there was one
his
shooting
abdomen.
victim, and
Do you think it was Andy McCoy and he just missed?
Motherfucker.
and we'll have our detectives come out and start processing.
Man, it's been so long since we heard from him. I hope he's
Pay
doing
back
okay.
for the razzle.
He had his chance and he fucking blew it. He just happened to be in Oklahoma because that's where his heroin dealer lives.
Imagine you razzle. You wake up in Oklahoma one day and you find that Vince Neil is performing only maybe 30 scant miles away from your hotel. You load up your sniper rifle, find a nice grassy knoll, and then you miss. You miss
End
your
up hitting a
shot.
teenager instead. God damn it.
What kind of a bad shot do you have to be? Miss a slow-moving target like Vince Neil.
Up on a stage, like surrounded,
Surrounded by spotlights
and other slow-moving musicians.
with a colorful B. Arthur robe on. Well, he didn't have that in this video.
No, he
Usually
saves
does.
that for the fancy tour. For his solo
Oh.
tour, it's just like a vest and a plain black T-shirt.
See, if he had been shot in one of those red B. Arthur robes, you'd never know he was shot. He'd just look like blood would blend right in.
Deuterino asked, did Tim Lambesis hire an actual hitman this time?
Yeah. Well, apparently not, because nobody died. That might have been Tim Lambesis.
Yeah, that
fired.
makes it more suspicious. It's his MO.
It's hilarious.
I
Shoot
guess
my devil. I'm sorry.
So looking at Andy McCoy, looking for Andy McCoy, while
Sounds
I
like
was
a-
not able
Sounds like
to
a
find
documentary.
any looking for Andy McCoy.
I'm right here. Nobody want to work with me. It's very sad. It's very
While no new news on Andy McCoy, the singer of Hanoi Rocks, Michael Monroe, allegedly met, or did meet, not allegedly, it happened. He met Vince Neil this past summer for the first time since,
No.
And so there's all these photos of him backstage at their fest with Def Leppard.
None of these people look like Vince Neil.
Hold on, we're getting there. Here they go.
Oh.
Here's Vince Neil and Michael Monroe. This is their meeting.
Vince Neil looks so tiny. Look at him.
He's a tiny man.
Little cherub, little gnome.
Little manlet.
Little wobbly little drunken gnome waddling over.
Little manslaughterer.
Is there a caption?
Yeah.
You say, I finally caught him. Waiting for the authorities to arrive. Making a citizen's arrest.
Citizen's arrest.
One of the most important moments of my life was meeting Vince Neil for the first time last night. Razzle always wanted us to meet as he thought, quote, us singers, end quote, were a lot alike.
So he's never met Vince Neil before.
I guess not.
Right, shortly after this picture, he put Vince Neil under a little cup to, like he did to a bug to preserve him. Little holes punched in it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say shortly after this picture, he put him in a rear naked choke. His 5 years of BJJ finally paid off to get revenge.
Sure. They called Rob to the scene.
More than 50 minutes in till our first BJJ reference. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Rob, you don't need a rear naked choke for this guy. You could just step on him.
It's true. Plus, it's work to get their back. You have to get their back. So
it's like that sounds like a date. Worth to get their back. Yeah, you're like 4 feet taller than he is. Like, just
it's true.
Put him in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, what are you doing, man? Shout at the devil.
I always wanted to. I interviewed him. I remember briefly.
Vince?
Yeah, Vince Neil at the Golden Gods.
Oh yeah.
Years ago.
Vaguely remember this.
I think we might have not even released the whole interview because he gave so little.
Was it like that scene in Police Squad where you can't see the guy's face because he's so tall and out of the frame?
Kind of, yeah, actually. Let's see if
Gotta
I can find this.
Have the courtesy to like do a sit down with this guy just because he's so short.
Now, Rob, are you digging through your personal archives for this now?
What do you mean my personal archives? Like my porn folder?
No, well, you're saying that you don't even know if they used all of it. So where are you finding this footage?
Oh no, I can't find it. I'm looking on YouTube.
Nah.
Oh well. There's a copyright strike for the violence that ensued when Vince got so mad at how short he was. Tried to jump up and punch you in the dick.
All right, I guess I can't find it. But anywho, I do remember it was just like, oh, how does it feel? You know, like you guys are the perennial LA band and you're getting, a big Lifetime Achievement Award. And he was just like, yeah, that's us. I was like, okay, thanks, dude.
Thanks for the content.
Thanks for running, walking the carpet and giving us something here. But,
did you talk to any other Motley Crue guys or just him?
He was the only one to walk on the carpet.
Oh,
I
man.
recall.
Well, like the only one of note, or literally the only one?
The only one in the band.
Oh,
other people walk the carpet, but
yeah,
of the guys in his band, I did not. Yeah, it does not seem. It's so wild, kind of scanning through some of these old things. How long ago this was?
Deuterino
Anyway.
shouting out your Doyle interview and the death stare he gave you when you brought wrestling up.
Yes, he did not. He was not a fan of his time
Why?
at WCW. I think that's right before he quit the band. He was just like really pissed at Jerry for making him do that and having him do physical stuff.
I thought he was on board.
No, it was all Jerry's idea. And this was also like during the Michael Graves era when they're going a little downhill.
Yeah,
a little.
And good job bringing that up, Rob.
What?
The worst era of his career. He's at an award show and you're
What else
reminding him of his downfall.
What else is
I didn't
notable
realize.
about to ask?
Yeah, I did. Well, he had a solo album. I talked
Any
to him
new
about
horror movies you really like
Name
that weren't
one.
directed by former band members?
In general, to be fair, even before the weird question about wrestling, like he's not the most talkative person
No.
to have interviews with. But he's got great pecs.
Did you just hey, I'm up here. She's just staring at his
He could be in a boy butter commercial.
He could be in a boy butter commercial. He's a handsome man. I've seen him out of makeup.
Imagine Jerry induces him to be in a boy butter commercial against
Oh,
his
no.
will, and he doesn't.
It's
And
a
then you-
Misfits crossover.
Yeah,
with
and
boy
you ask
butter.
him about it 15 years later on a carpet somewhere. He gets really mad.
I'm surprised Misfits don't have their own brand of lube. You would think. They
What?
put their-
Why?
Put their
It's a
name on everything
natural.
else.
It's a natural fit.
Does
Yeah, they
Kiss
have
have their
so-
own brand of lube?
Oh,
They
they
have
have
to.
to, right?
Come on.
I mean, if anybody. Kiss this, it would be called.
Well,
maybe?
there is okay. The band doesn't have their own lube, but there is something called Kiss lube.
Oh,
Is that
well,
just chapstick?
No, the brand itself is called.
maybe Kiss can buy them out.
Yeah, or sue them. I think for copyright here.
I had that idea in the shower in Tel Aviv once, visiting the Wailing Wall.
What lubricants do you use? Hit us up, riplivecast@gmail.com. We want to know.
Wait, me?
Yeah, Rob wants tips.
I
Gene
don't need
Simmons
tips.
do not
I'm
use
pretty-
lube.
I'm pretty set, but I'm just curious what you like.
I like to raw dog it. No substances of any kind,
Oh.
other than Manischewitz wine on the Pesach.
Hey, sometimes saliva is all you need.
The only lube Gene Simmons needs is his bank account.
My bank account, that is right, Sid. My
Gets
bank
all the
account,
girls wet.
which is flush with shekels.
Oh my god. What are we gonna do when they stop? Like, I mean, they're almost done touring, right? Is that just a
Yeah.
wrap for them?
No, we are not touring right now because it is the Yom Tif.
He must atone.
I've been building my sukkah for the last 3 weeks. It's very extensive.
I think they're still going to play shows. It's just they're retiring from touring. So it's gonna be
Oh, so
much
what did they do?
more-
Like a Vegas residency or something?
I'm sure. Or like
Darren,
some
would you
cruises.
still move to Vegas if you knew Kiss was permanently doing a residency there?
There's a lot of shitty shows going on there. It wouldn't bother me. I just wouldn't
Alright.
go to the show. You know, I
Alright,
could think
fair.
I could have managed to avoid. I also wouldn't live in like Vegas proper. Like, there's a lot of good real estate in Henderson or Nevada, which is like 20 minutes outside of Vegas, and it's just very quiet. It's like kind of like the desert, you know, but it's still fully popular. It's like Westchester to Vegas, you know.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, it's nice. I think I mentioned this on the show. Like I hung out with a few people who live in Vegas, and they live right outside the Strip. And once you get at it, like a highway or stop or two past the Strip, it's just like any residential
agreed
West Coast area, and it's nice. It's cheap. It's much cheaper than California, from what I
it feels a lot like San Diego, honestly. Not the weather wise, but like the tone and character of the city outside of the Strip.
I really like San Diego, but I'm sure San Diego is significantly more expensive than that area.
Oh my God. San Diego is the #1 most expensive city I've been to outside of New York.
Wow.
By far.
Yeah, I believe it. It's so pretty.
It is. It's beautiful.
That's why
everything is expensive.
Also, you're typically living off the side of a mountain. It's kind of crazy. But what else we got going on in the world? Dave Mustaine. We're checking in. We're rounding the bases, folks.
Him
We
again?
did Vince Neil. Now we're on Dave Mustaine.
We did lube and other things related.
Rounding the bases, folks. Dave Mustaine apparently scolded security recently for bullying a fan at a Megadeth concert, saying, "That's my job!" He's the one doing the bullying. Now, let's watch this video here. Oh, sounds a little rough. Oh. I love how he did the haze on beat. He went, hey, like, hey. Did you hear that? Let's go back. Stop.
He's so musical.
All right, that's totally uncool. Hey!
Totally uncool.
Stop hitting that guy!
Only do that when I tell you to.
Yeah. It wasn't on cue with the music. People have no musical talent whatsoever.
Why doesn't he run in and like do some jujitsu on the security to save this guy? If you really,
So I just want to point out the security guy is trying to pull this guy who looks like a very muscular man. Hello.
Oh.
And they had a bit of a tussle, and then I just saw that this fan spit on the security guard as he walked away. So
You sure they weren't filming a boy butter ad in the audience? I told you once, I've told you 1,000 times, you're supposed to hit them on the 7s and the 13s.
I told you 1,000 times, Dave doesn't use boy butter, only Swiss Navy.
Yeah.
Oh, you and Dave.
I like butters with masculine names.
Like Land O'Lakes.
Land O'Lakes, that's a great name. Great old school traditional lube name.
Oh, now he's reprimanding the security guard.
I'd love to see the security guard just reach a hand up and pull Dave down and like choke slam him.
I mean, you get fired.
Really? Oh, really exposing Dave's bald spot right now.
Oh,
I mean, a guy's 62.
I mean, yeah.
It's a very small bald spot for 60, so I'll give him credit.
That's fair.
Not like John Cena walking around with a fucking comb over it in the ring. He's like 40. He's like younger than me. We're about the same age.
Okay, I'm not going to play anymore until those guys are escorted out of the building, so just hang on a second.
wait, he wants security to escort security out of the building?
Fucking unnecessary, you guys. You're supposed to make us. What's on the back of your shirt? Safety? It should say no fucking safety because you.
Boom!
Guys are
Roasted.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got him.
4 of you on one guy.
Safety? More like no safety.
Looks around. Get him out of here. I'm leaving. Get him out of here.
You're gonna punish the whole audience because one.
I want them out of here.
Also, I really don't understand. Who is he expecting to escort security out of the venue? That's a job specifically for security. They're not going to escort themselves out, so what is he exactly expecting to happen here?
He's expecting the good-natured security guards to band together to oust this one
the
rogue
bad apple.
member. Yes. That's how it's supposed to work. Do we know what he was doing to the person?
Giving him the business.
Stopping a little hoopla going on.
Playing grab ass.
I love hearing the little crowd conversation too.
Play
But no, it does not say.
Play a fucking song, asshole. Come on, Holy Wars. Jerk off. Who the fuck cares?
This really just went on and on.
Oh my god. It's like a movie. I want to hear his post-ejection banter.
Here.
Lube.
Well, I want to thank the police force for taking care of those security dogs.
What? The
Who
police
took care of them?
force? The police force.
They out security the security.
He called in his friends from the CIA.
That's right.
Don't take it out on the guys that weren't like that, but those 4 guys over there were.
No, take it out on them. I changed my mind. Take it out on everyone, all the cops. Fuck the police!
That just makes me so mad. I hate bullies.
They count.
One of them had a Metallica tattoo. Get him out of here.
Yes. This one's kicking a dog.
We have time for one more song now, and we're gonna let it play. No, he didn't do anything. No, he wasn't part of it.
What?
He wasn't part of it. No, he wasn't.
Now he's arguing with the fans on who's the bully, which security.
No, the fans like, wait, do we get to beat up all the security guards now? Dave's like, no, just the ones I said.
Anyone who's arguing with me, throw them out.
He's gone. He's gone. It's your
I
concept.
think I also saw him recording a porn of his penis to show to a 19-year-old girl.
Megadeth is a peaceful band. Metal, they don't say they love you enough. I love you guys.
Yeah, not to get off topic, but it amazes me how Dave has, although being an asshole and there's many run-ins of him being rude to people, I'm just surprised he never did anything like truly cancelable. Aren't you in some way?
Yeah.
And what would you define as something cancelable?
Like Dave Ellison. He just, he took his pee-pee out, or never had sexual assault or even harassment that I've heard of. It's kind of, maybe it's there. I don't know.
I mean, also, I feel like I don't know if you can really be like Aaron Lewis hasn't been canceled. I don't know that.
Yeah.
In this subgenre of music, that you could really get canceled unless you do something like Criminal, and even then, look, Tim Lambesis back out and on the road. So
I may have used the wrong word. I don't. It's just the lazy choice of words. Like I don't mean like his career would be over, but he's never had even a big scandal in that sense. I feel.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like the stuff he said on Alex Jones or whatever.
Yeah.
When he started doing what?
With the right wing stuff, when he started saying the stuff about Obama and stuff.
I don't think that resonated anywhere other than with this show.
Yeah,
I think he probably lost out on a few opportunities, and then he got new management that convinced him to stop doing that stuff.
But he's just at that level of fame where he's not famous enough for this to become like a huge deal. Whatever he does. It's just nothing he does, good or bad, it like elevates past the world of metal.
Okay, true.
Like, you know what I mean?
Well, he'd have to do something extra bad to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Based on his fame level.
Like even when Dimebag Darrell got killed, like was that like a huge national story? It was still
Not
mostly
at all.
like so. I feel like they're just famous enough to be like superstars in their world, but never crack that ceiling into like mass knowledge.
Twist the knife in the wound, why don't you?
I mean, Rob and the good folks at Metal Injection did everything they could to cancel Dave Mustaine, and it just did not work.
Hey,
Thank you.
You paid my bills for quite a bit, but yeah, like Shifty points out, Mustaine once said black women should sew up their vaginas in Africa or whatever, or put a plug in it.
Yeah.
Although he
in your vagina.
He has denied saying that, even though I showed him. I remember he blocked me on Twitter at one point because I was like, here's this quote, this article that's quoting you. And he's saying, I never said that. They're lying about the quote. And it was, some local, it was like the Village Voice of some other city. It was like an arts magazine.
A Village Voice.
A Village Voice.
Literal Village Voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look at Elmo. He's said and done similar or worse, and he's fine.
Exactly.
In metal, you're not alienating most of your fan base when you say that kind of stuff.
And truth be told, look, at the time it was very hard. I remember even for me to take because it was just like a lot of stuff. They were asking him a lot of political stuff. He said he thought Rick Santorum was a nice guy. I remember.
That's right.
Lots of crazy stuff like that, and it got to the point where I had a signed Dave Mustaine poster hanging in my room, and I had to take it down.
So
I could
you
not look at
canceled
him.
him.
I canceled him from my room.
Yeah.
The funny
And
thing
I
about all his statements, it's like the vagina one, especially.
Vagina.
When you read it back, it's like you almost feel like
Vagina.
it's in Dave Mustaine voice. There's no way some hack writer made that up and did it in a perfect Dave Mustaine voice. He's like, they should put a plug in their vagina and stop having so many kids. Okay, that's Dave speaking to me.
Yeah.
My headline was Dave Mustaine speaks out in favor of vagina plugs for African women.
And hair
You just
plugs
wanted them on
for middle-aged
Chatterbait.
white men.
Today's story where Mustaine says in a recent interview with LA Weekly, Mustaine
Oh,
is
LA
talking
Weekly.
about-
That's not nothing.
That's what I said. It was exactly. It was a big publication. The Village Voice of its city.
Well, all right. It still sounds a little dismissive.
I wasn't intending on being dismissive with that.
I'm most interested in the comments to this post. Let's hop in the time machine.
Yeah.
Is this like the birth of Rob Pasbani as a lib cunt?
I don't. Oh, for the metal injection post. I thought you
Mhm.
meant on the LA Weekly post. They'd probably be supportive of the story.
Does LA Weekly even still exist?
I don't think so.
So yeah, that post might not exist anymore. But
the post,
Right.
the website is gone.
But the interesting ones would be the negative ones anyway. So let's look at metal injection.
So Mustaine was talking about raising his son Justice. No, that's not a nickname. That's how it's actually spelled, right? And had this gem of a quote. So here's this quote about raising his son. Yeah, but as bad as I was, I'm able to share that with Justice. Instead of saying, don't do this, I say, this is what I did and this is what happened. And here's an alternative to do for that. There's so many houses with without a dad. It's just terrible. I mean, you know how they used to say there should be a license to have a baby? Well, as far-fetched as that sounds, I really think that. If parents aren't going to stick together, they shouldn't make that kind of commitment to life. I watch some of these shows from over in Africa, and you've got starving women with 6 kids. Well, how about, put a plug in it? It's like you shouldn't be having children if you can't feed them. A little insensitive.
Sociological genius professor Dave Mustaine.
But I guess reading it now, it's honestly not as bad as I remember it.
Well, he never said the word vagina. He said put a plug in it.
Put a plug in it is like an old saying though, like cut it out. Why don't you cut it out?
No, he's talking about the vagina. Clearly.
Yeah.
No. I agree with you, but I don't think he's literally saying put a plug in the.
No, he's not saying literally, but this amounts to the same
like
thing
zip,
for me.
Yeah.
Like
stop
stop
up
being
that cooch.
promiscuous is the point.
Yeah. As opposed to being raped, which is the more likely scenario.
More likely? I don't know if it's more likely. I'm sure it happens.
What?
I don't know that it's mostly rape.
Yeah, I think they just have large families traditionally, and they adhere to their religious practices.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But still, I mean, it's just so. I think you're downplaying it. I think it's a terrible thing to say, and it should have been more of a scandal.
Can you now read the comments to your post, Rob?
Sure. Top comment. Now I can see why managers and producers prefer to do all the talking for their performers.
No, that's a good one. Let's count the good ones and the bad ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they have so many birth control options with their amazing universal health care. Fucktard.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Did you mute all the negative comments, Rob?
I don't know. That's a good. I was thinking the same thing.
Very surprising.
I'm not sure. Mustaine needs to take the plug out of his ass and stick it in his mouth.
Oh.
Wow. All right.
I'm starting to think that, much like Metallica, Dave is trying to retroactively destroy my enjoyment of his back catalog. Yeah, I'd like to know if Dave is pro-vasectomy too. What about a better sexual education for these people without religious intervention, without superstition, and attached to scientific information? I don't know if he's been asked with these kind of questions for polemic purposes only.
That one's half a ding because I feel like it was very colonial, white man educatey type of thing. So it was the right idea, but it's chill a little bit there.
Who fucking cares anyway? As far as I'm concerned, Dave can say whatever the hell he wants. He's Dave fucking Mustaine, and you're not. I think that's Dave Mustaine leaving a comment.
Yeah, probably.
There's got to be more bile than that. There's got to be more negativity than that one.
Like, I want to see someone agreeing with the plugs, like literally.
Yeah.
Literal
Or
plugs.
just fully calling out metal injection as liberal propaganda or something.
Yeah. Just control F lib cunt.
Yeah.
He's insane in the Mustaine.
Oh.
I swear, as he gets older, his mind slips a shit ton, and he just has to vocalize it. Where are all these commenters today? I feel like if this same post was posted today, it would be what we're expecting.
Yeah. I think it was this shitty back then too. I don't know how.
Yeah, I remember it being horrible.
In 2012? No, it started in 2016. It started around the time of the election,
agree with
I think.
I mean, you know more than I do. You were in there waiting every day.
At the comments. Yeah.
The lib cunt era was way before 2016.
Definitely. That yes, 100%.
I don't think so.
The guy I remember joking about the lib cunt era, but long before that. Just the name. I think
Or
it was.
Darren, are we telling ourselves
but
that we're
even
the ones
still,
that wrote that post?
Oh shit!
Sounds like
I remember writing that comment in 2013.
Fuck! Shut up. No, I remember. I just always just remember the comments being a right wing cesspool. Though.
Mm-hmm.
No,
may have gotten worse. I don't deny that it got worse in 2016.
There was a turn, and then it switched. It was. I remember initially it was mostly people agreeing with me, like mostly people, not defending musicians for hateful comments, like here. Yeah, I can't.
Not one. Well, we found the one that he said he could say whatever he wants to.
Yeah.
But that's lame.
When you read your article, it's easy to see the point you're making, but your headline is pretty sensationalistic.
Yes.
Yeah, Dave is really being a D-bag lately, but that isn't really news. His comment is loaded with hypocrisy because of religion. Imagine that. But he's also right. This time, I can't believe I'm saying that. People shouldn't have kids unless they could afford it. So where do you get this headline? Come on, don't be blabbermouth. All right.
Blabbermouth?
Yeah, mostly people agree that it was a dumb comment for him to make.
Deuterino asks, when was the fire, Rob, from metal injection era? I think we're in that era now, right?
People still say that.
Well, it finally happened.
Oh, we're in it, yeah, but I think people probably still say that because the videos are still available.
Are they? He couldn't find the one with Vince Neil. Maybe they scrubbed him.
Oh.
No, I just don't think we ever posted it because it was so embarrassing. What was I going to say? When was I think the fire, Rob, for metal injection era started like the year of metal injection.
Right.
That was always a joke that people thought that was somebody they hired.
They thought you were some rando interviewer.
As long as Dave Grohl knows that's not true.
Dave Grohl thought you were just an extra on the Guar video.
I'll take it.
Getting jizzed on.
Just that he recognized this pretty face is compliment enough for me. Quick Vent comment says, I prefer the post-Paspani era.
We all do.
No. So does Rob. I wouldn't want to be there anymore.
I'm preferring it myself. It's been a nice time away. It's very.
When you become a hip-hop singer, your name will be Post Pasbani.
So there was a recent video that surfaced, and it's Pink. It's a Pink concert. The artist Pink.
Okay.
Just to be clear, and so you kind of can't tell what's going on until there's like a reveal a few seconds in. So I'm not going to say more than that.
Good.
But essentially, she's kicking someone out of her concert.
I don't know what this is all about.
I went to, what does that say? What? Oh, wow, you're making a whole point right now, aren't you? Do you feel good about yourself?
So to be clear for our audio listeners, this is a bald man.
Why does that matter, Rob?
A bald white man in a black sweatshirt. I'm trying to be as specific as possible. Without a hat on, like the two of you, showing his phone to Pink. And so Pink is reading something off the screen of his phone. And she's asking, is that so important? And he's like losing his mind, being like, yes, this is so important.
Fucking weird.
Do you feel good about yourself?
Daniel Bryan fan.
Are you going to be all right? You spent all this money to come here and do that? Come on, dude. I'm going to have to buy a Birkin bag with that ticket money.
Now, Darren, do you have any idea of what this? I know Sid, you and I have talked about this, so you know what this is, what he's protesting.
No,
but like, if you were to take a guess,
yeah, give us your 3 wildest guesses as to this man's cause.
So he's there. Well, give me a hint. So he's there. They're having a conflict. Like he's protesting something.
There's some form of protest.
He has a cause that he's trying to bring.
She's wearing what appears to be fur. Could it?
It's
be
not
that?
related to Pink. That will be the.
It's not. Yeah. It's completely unrelated with Pink.
He's against musical artists performing on stools.
Okay.
No.
Let's
2 more guesses. Come on.
That was 2 already. What do you want from me?
I know. Let's keep going.
Get that shit out of here.
Howard Stern, Baba Booey.
Okay, he's turned around now. What would you guys say he looks like?
John Fetterman, if he took slightly better care of himself.
He looks like a hardcore band member from Brooklyn in 1980.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
also good. Yes.
Someone you would see at Lemoore.
Yeah.
All of you to read it. He wants all of you to read it. He came here tonight to talk about circumcision.
Good. I support this.
Get it out. I need to get that out of here. Get it out. Get that cancer out, man.
Why is it cancer?
Did Pink at some point come out in favor of cut cocks? Like, why is this the place?
No, I don't think so.
It's so random.
I mean, if he's disrupting the show, I support him being thrown out. But why is that a cancerous message?
I think just him disrupting the show is the cancer.
Yeah.
I don't know that she
think
cares
that's
about the message one way or the other.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with Sid.
But what if it was like being kind to trans people? Would she have thrown him out? Clearly, the message matters.
I guess
think if
that's
it was
fair.
if it was something good, she would have pointed the person out and look how nice this is.
Yeah.
So she must be against it.
Quick man cometh. RIP equals resist incised penises. You have a winner.
Yes.
I remember my first
Agreed.
one.
Maybe she circumcised her child, and that's why.
Oh, how would he know? Did she release baby dick pics?
No, people
I feel
talk
bad.
about
I feel bad that he wasted his time tonight.
But seriously, like he probably spent like $300 or maybe
By the way,
more than that. She said he could buy a Birkin bag with that money. Those are expensive.
Can I just say something here? Did he waste his money? He got worldwide publicity on Pink's Instagram.
But we also don't know whether he's pro or anti-circumcision.
No, he's anti-circumcision.
But did either of them say that?
People who are pro circumcision don't care. It's the default. It's like, being like, I don't know, pro.
Maybe he figured that's his lane. That's how he's going to stand out.
That's the movement, though. The movement is to make circumcision illegal because it is
but every movement has a
mutilation.
counter movement, Rob. He's at the front of the counter movement. For
the
all
counter
we know,
movement is modern society. Like that's the
Also,
that's
like,
the suggested thing.
I understand, like, if he
accepted
tried to bring like a big paper sign in, they probably would have caught it and stopped him. But to just have the message on your fucking iPhone, your small little
Well,
there's got to be a better way, man.
What if
I
he put
assume
the
he just
sign
kept going-
over him as a sheet and then just ripped it off? I made an incision across the center. And
Yeah.
I just
cut down
assumed
the
he
middle.
was holding his phone up and being like, Pink, look at me, Pink.
Right.
Hey, Pink.
Yeah.
It didn't seem that disruptive in the beginning of the video, though.
Yeah, it's once she called him out that he started screaming.
Yeah.
Though I guess
But
maybe
also,
there
it
must
could have been
stuff
going on.
before, yeah.
Yeah.
Very strange.
It's ironic that his whole head and upper body looks like a circumcised penis.
Yeah. That's why it's such a personal issue for him, Darren.
He doesn't want that thing there to compare his head to.
Yeah.
He wants it to be
Wait.
sheathed.
Question. What if all he was doing was pulling out a dick pic on his phone of his uncircumcised cock to show Pink, and she thought that it must be a political thing and not
Right.
just, hey, this guy wants you to see his dick?
And then he went with it because he didn't want to be outed as a perv.
Yes.
Could be. That's plausible.
I
Rob,
didn't know.
we gotta get
Apparently,
this guy on the show next week.
Pink is apparently Jewish. So
What?
Or is she half Jewish or all Jewish?
Converted?
No, I don't think so. I remember reading that.
I thought she was like part Latina.
Pink,
Or maybe that's Christina Aguilera. Maybe I get these people confused.
Pinkashevitz. That's her real name.
let's see. Where is it?
Pink Horowitz. That's her birthday.
Oh.
She's identified as Jewish, as Irish, German, Lithuanian Jew.
Huh.
Okay.
Her mom's name is Judith Kugel.
Oh no.
No, that's got to be a joke. Someone's goose pranking
Yeah,
that Wikipedia.
it really
page.
is. Wow.
Kugel.
So yeah, her
Kugel.
mom is Jewish. Wow.
So
Now
there
it
you go.
explains
So
her success. Inside job.
And Pink does have a son, so this could be a very personal issue
What's his
for
name?
this protester. Jameson.
Jameson. That's not a
It's
nice
named
name.
after what she was drinking the night he was conceived.
Yeah. When's his bar mitzvah? Is she gonna perform at his bar mitzvah?
Until he starts protesting that she made him get circumcised. She'll kick him out of his own bar mitzvah.
Yeah, it's just it's just you and your dreidel tonight.
Oh no.
Okay, so according to I'm so glad I pulled up the people.com article because this isn't Pink's first foray into circumcision drama.
I knew it had to be. That's why he went to a Pink show.
In 2019, Pink responded to disgusting trolls criticizing a photo of her then 2-year-old son posted. The photo was posted of her 2-year-old son without a diaper.
Oh no! So she did post a dick pic of Jameson.
I look, on the one hand, I do understand there's an innocence to this and all that, but like, don't be showing off your kids' fucking junk on social media. You know, like,
unless it's like
nobody
the
wants to see
Nirvana
that.
album cover.
That's just isn't that like it's airbrushed and everything? It's like done artistically and it's not showing.
It's not airbrushed. It's a photo.
Full schlong.
Yeah, there's full schlong on the cover.
No, I'm not saying it's not showing the schlong. I'm just saying it's like I'm saying it's like it's so stylized that it does not taken as like a real photograph, even though it's a real person, like a real baby.
Well, the kid tried to sue. Remember, like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's not as gross as posting an all natural photo of your child.
Okay,
it's
that's
art.
fair.
Yeah.
It is art. I get what you're saying, and it's presented as art.
She was
But yeah,
proud because her baby had such a massive dick. Like everybody, look at how well hung my kid is.
So here's the quote from her from 2019. There's something seriously wrong with a lot of you out there. Going off about my baby's penis.
What the fuck?
About circumcision?
That
Are
is
you
kind of
for
true.
real?
Yeah, leave her alone, even though she shouldn't have posted the picture, but still. Like,
Agreed. As any normal mother at the beach, I didn't even notice he took off his swim diaper.
but then I saw that he did and posted a picture of it.
Yeah, like yeah.
Wait, was this like a paparazzi video then, and not her post?
She shared a post.
Oh, she's saying she wasn't aware. How could you not be aware? And then
She wasn't aware that the kid's dick was out, I guess. But yeah, that
Oh,
doesn't.
I see.
She took the picture, looked at it, and then posted it. And
I see.
So maybe he's got a micro
reposted
penis then.
She reposted it, I guess, with his penis blurred out. So, whereas I guess it's fine to show this because it's not actually naked and it's on her Instagram. But I guess you could see how she might have missed that his penis was out. I don't have to zoom in, but it's like blur. It's
Why is
blurred
there
off.
There's a big fucking goose. What the hell is going on? That goose might have bit the kid's dick off for all she knew. This
That's
is
a great
unsafe.
point. Well, scroll down to the next pic. There was one where he had his penis out in the shul when they went to.
She's just an overshare her that pic.
So what? You got your schlong out. We're at the beach now.
What beach has just geese hanging out? Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Have you never been to a beach? There's seagulls.
Maybe it's
That's not a.
They're close.
Geese are very aggressive, Rob.
It's her backyard beach. That's why.
Oh.
Her mansion.
It doesn't even look like a beach. Yeah, it looks like exactly. It looks like some crazy resort.
A private beach where like 8 people get to go on.
Yeah. All with their dicks and pussies out.
She got used to just being in the celebrity world where all the babies roam around with their peens out.
Well, that's where the best mercurochrome comes from, Darren.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
Tom Hanks was draining her son right before that picture was taken.
Oh my god!
Yeah, well, how do you think Tom Hanks looks so good at age 82? Just Neil deGrasse Tyson face him.
Woo.
With that sense, let's with that, I don't think there's anywhere else we can go.
Nowhere good.
Nowhere good. So let's wind things down. Let's talk about our Spotify picks. Every week, we each pick a song, drop it on a playlist for you to listen to called the RIPL Livecast Music Break. And I'm very excited because the artist that I listened to this week was one that was actually suggested in our Discord, and I really enjoyed them. This person had my number. It was Gabagool. Big shout out to Gabagool in the Discord. Of course, you can join our Discord at ripalivecast.com. The invite is there. Discord is a chat app. We're in there all the friggin' time hanging out, talking about everything. Music, TV, movies, politics, wrestling. These here episodes. And I can't quite pronounce the name of this artist because it's French.
Einstürzenden Neubauten.
No, that's a different artist.
Oh, okay.
L'Imperatrice is the L'Imperatrice.
Wasn't that comedian that was on the Opie and Anthony show?
No, that's Latrice
Oh,
or Patrice. Patrice. Rather. Latrice O'Neill. Yeah.
Latrine O'Neill. How dare you say that about a dead person?
But I really dig this band. They're like, I guess their genre is considered new disco. It's kind of like Daft Punk and but also like a little proggy kind of. I've really been enjoying it. It's great daytime background music. And the song that Gabagool recommended is a little longer. It's a bit proggier, but the one that I picked, it's called Paris, has one of the catchiest hooks and melodies that I've heard in quite some time.
Sing it for us a little bit.
No, you'll have to hear it on the Spotify. Sid, what do you got?
For the second week in a row, I've picked something off the soundtrack to the final season of the show Sex Education. Last week it was from the first episode of the season. This week I think it's from the penultimate episode. The students stage a protest, and the soundtrack to this student protest is the song Youth Against Fascism by Sonic Youth, which is one of my favorite Sonic Youth songs from one of my favorite Sonic Youth albums. And it was great. Reminded me of that album. And yeah, it's good, fun punk rocker from Sonic Youth.
Were they protesting circumcision at the Pink Show in that episode?
It's almost as niche. It was actually wheelchair accessibility and elevators not working.
I was going to say, then it would be the penultimate episode. Get it?
Yes.
My song was the remix of the song Slam by Onyx, featuring Biohazard, whose members all look like the guy protesting circumcision at the Pink.
Yes.
And one of which for alumnus of the show.
Yeah.
This is a very good remix, and it meshes well. A lot of times, rock and rap. That whole gimmick that was going on at that time in the 90s. A lot of them don't work at all. That one works great. I highly recommend it. And it's just a great song, even with its original beat too. And I went to high school with one of those two guys from
That's amazing.
He was 1 year older than me. I didn't really know him, but hi bye occasionally.
That's good enough.
I think I mentioned this, that he would always say I got a tape, I'm going to be famous. And everyone was like, yeah, okay, everybody's got a fucking tape. And then one day he looked up and the guy's just on MTV.
That's fucking awesome.
It's crazy.
All right. That's our Spotify picks. And of course, if you want to throw us a few extra bones, you can always visit our Patreon, patreon.com/RIPLivecast. $5 a month gets you 2 bonus episodes every month. Seeing as though it's the last day of September, tomorrow there's a brand new episode going on the Patreon. That means you would get 2 episodes this weekend of the Livecast. The new episode going on the Patreon tomorrow is a watch-along of the Foo Fighters horror flick Studio 666. And we had a fun time watching it. We roasted it a little bit, but we enjoyed it. It was a fun movie overall.
Legitimately good movie.
And a fun horror movie, some fun deaths. You could watch them along with us. And if you want to throw us a few extra bones, $10 a month, you get access to being a top Livecast fan, which gets you all the $5 tier stuff, plus a shout out at the end of the show, which is right here, right now, right here, right now.
Oh, is that the Daft Punk sounding Patrice song?
Yeah.
You're singing that finally?
And let's see. How should we do the shout outs?
Each one of them is a lube, and you're giving the pros and cons.
No, that is not even. I don't have that many pros and cons.
You're pink, and each one of them is protesting at your show for a different cause.
Eric, are you serious? Are you serious? Anti-breastfeeding, Eric? Benjamin, come on. Really? Really? Only water-based lubes? Really? Dan R., you're interrupting my show for this? You want to outlaw all podcasts with Jewish hosts? Really? Mindy Mayers Kippa, are you telling me this is your protest? That you want to consider bacon kosher? That's your protest now? Shasur Sasusits, you're going to interrupt my show to ban all people over 6'3"? It's messed up. Hugo likes tacos. Really? Really? You're interrupting my show to ban all tacos? That doesn't even make sense. Your name is Hugo likes tacos. Lando Danks, what's up? Oh, you're banning all dry weeds. Only dank weed. I guess dank weed is still dry. That doesn't make sense. Oh, LaCroix. LaCroix is banning all Canada Dry products. I don't know why specifically Canada Dry. Corey and Scotty H. They're putting a ban on bad taste. I don't know. Doug Pigman banning all poultry. I guess that tracks. Finally, Douglas, who are you, Levison? Banning all trumpet players. No trumpet playing anymore.
I tried to feed you a joke. You didn't see it. Equal rights for Hasidic children who are deaf in one ear.
Hearing aids, at least.
Yes. Hearing aids for all Shlomos.
Folks, that's our show. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next week. Until then, we love you. We kiss you. Bye-bye.